It's so nice to be out working on my color. Oh, the whippoorwills are all gone, but the robins are here at play and eating all of my bird seed. Oh, I see we have company again. Well, hello, and who are you? And even though you didn't ask, I'll just tell you. It's a warm and beautiful day, and as you can clearly see, I am dressed for it in my ascot and the only white shirt that I own. Well, anyway, I assume that you are here to enjoy episode 2 of Island Hopping with Marcus Anthony. Marcus Anthony with me. I feel that since we are hopping across the pond, I will host today's episode. No, no, you said I could do it. Stop. Let me do it. Uh, I'm still gonna do it. Stop. Leave me alone. Oh, no, you can't do it. I told you can't do it. You've done enough already, okay? Oh, my goodness. You see what I have to go through? You know, that's my alter ego, Marvin. He likes to go by Marvelous Marvin. But I'm taking over right now. Because Marvelous Marvin speaks too slowly, and it seems a little snooty, don't you think? So greetings, fellow island hoppers and travel enthusiasts. It's time to go island hopping with Marcus Anthony. And I'm your host, Marcus Anthony. Say it like you mean it. You see, I have my Canterbury shirt on. And today we're hopping across the pond to England, and we are going to visit Dover, Canterbury Cathedral, and Dover Castle, if time permits. So hurry, grab some comfortable shoes, some water, and a lightweight raincoat, because it rains a lot there. And let's go island hopping. You know, I've been to England many times, and of course, London is amazing. But I've grown to really enjoy my visits to the port town of Dover, and also the medieval town of Canterbury, with its cobblestone streets and the oldest cathedral in England, the Canterbury Cathedral. I had a lovely flight and arrived in London, Heathrow, and patiently awaited the arrival of my dear friend. Look, there he is. I have to give the airport workers a lot of credit as they work very hard to keep things moving. We then boarded a coach for an hour-and-a-half drive to cold and wet Dover to board the Carnival Miracle. We knew we were close when we saw our first glimpse of the famed white cliffs of Dover. As we moved even closer, we were able to see very clearly Dover Castle perched grandly atop the iconic white cliffs. Now, Dover Castle is a huge castle that spans many acres of the white chalk cliffs facing the Straits of Dover and the English Channel. I have long been fascinated with the white cliffs of Dover ever since I saw an old movie as a child and listened to a song with the same name. And also because I was in my high school play, Once Upon a Mattress, and I still remember the song I did from that. This play is by Hans Christian Andersen, no relation to the cliffs of Dover, or England for that matter. There I am, Being the romantic that I am, I romanticized about seeing in person the white cliffs of Dover. The chalky white cliffs were the reassuring sight and symbol of the United Kingdom and the British and French troops evacuated from the dangerous beaches of Dunkirk during the World Wars. Now let's make our way to Canterbury. In addition to using my phone's GPS, we stopped in a pub and asked some questions on how to get to Canterbury and found out that the train was only 2 miles. The train station was only 2 miles from the cruise ship terminal. The station is called the Dover Priory Station. And for your information, yes, bright and early, I had a shot and a pint. And when we arrived to this train station, I crocked. I purchased a round-trip ticket and was told to get off at the Canterbury East Station. That only takes about 27 minutes for a 14-mile trip to Canterbury. As you can see, it's a very scenic train ride. If you like. If you like farmland, flowers, and fields, or a quick snooze after a couple of drinks. Once I got off the train, I simply followed the crowd over the street and walked the perimeter wall to the entrance of the John Dane Gardens. These gardens are simply beautiful, with amazing townhomes and bordering the walkway to the entrance of Canterbury City Center. Along the way, I stopped to admire the gardens, and clearly I'm very approachable for a conversation.
He's gone?
He's gone, right? Completely.
Is he?
I don't know if he's completely gone.
Oh, no, he's still there till October.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know why they're picking on him so much.
I don't know.
But they think, oh, everything's gone up. But I'm not being funny. Changing Prime Minister is not going to change the prices. It's because they're going to put it up. You know what I mean?
Everything's going to go up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Madness, isn't it? It'd be like the olden days. What, Sue?
It's true.
That's what it's going to be like. See you later.
Take care. Have a great day. After having a quick conversation, I looked across the gardens at the Dane John Mound, which was the former Roman cemetery. Leaving the park, I entered into the city center with a very walkable, although if you are physically challenged and you don't want to wear out your shoes, the hop-on, hop-off bus is a great alternative and a most convenient way to see the sights. Note, the cobblestone streets can be somewhat difficult to navigate, but we did it, and you can too. Once I entered the city center, I met with a friend and for a quick bite of delicious eggs Benedict and champagne, and we enjoyed people watching as we dined al fresco at the Côte restaurant in Canterbury. It was a bit pricey, but worth it. The service was fast, the food was delicious, but if you need to use the toilet, plan ahead, as it can be a problem walking or climbing steps. So I gave it 3.5 stars for that reason, primarily. We ate there because we made our reservation to get into Canterbury, but it wasn't open yet. And yes, you must have a ticket to get into the Canterbury Square for the Cathedral. So we ate there and we wanted to be close to the place because it was getting crowded. We then walked around the village on the outskirts of the Canterbury Cathedral on the very famous Canterbury King's Mile. Say that 3 times. The King's Mile is a collection of streets nestling beneath the spires of Canterbury's ancient cathedral. I love the ancient architecture and had a ball taking pictures at the old, centuries-old crooked house. The actual house. The actual name is Sir John Boyd's house. With all the walking around, we worked up another appetite and decided to go and eat at the Seafarer's Fish and Chips restaurant. And we had great laughs, and fish and chips were delicious, and of course we had more to drink, or more pints, I should say. And you see me standing next to the Gordon fisherman. Well, actually, I was the Gordon fisherman. And the two of us had a great conversation. The owner of the restaurant is taking pictures of me and the Seafarer, the old Seafarer. Thank you. The owner was very nice and friendly, and the large portions of food was good and not overpriced. All around, I give that 4.5 stars, just because they made us feel at home, and the food was delicious. We later entered the Cathedral grounds and was immediately astonished by the beauty and vastness of the cathedral. And then we went inside. Holy, 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 the place is amazing. Just look at the architecture and all the stained glass windows. We saw the tomb of Sir Thomas Becket, who was murdered in the cathedral in 1170 after a bitter conflict with King Henry II. And as we walked around, we almost stumbled over a candle that was still burning at the very spot that he was killed. I was glad that I was able to see all that I had saw. And I would tell you that it took me 2 separate trips to enjoy everything. With the boarding and debarking of the ship and locating the train station and just walking around and enjoying, I'd suggest that you plan to take 2 trips, okay? Or come early and get out there so that you can really enjoy Dover and Canterbury. Upon our return to Dover, our reserved taxi took us from the station to Canterbury Castle. And as you can see, it was very busy. From Dover, England, and I'm at Dover Castle right now. Had a great time here today, and we went to Canterbury Cathedral. Had a great, beautiful day. The weather has been magnificent, and I'm happy to be sharing these videos and photos of my journey through Europe. And I want you all to tune in on have a great day. Thanks for joining. Again, reporting from Dover Castle, right here behind me. All right, take care.
You were such a great singer.
And we didn't even attempt to go and tour inside. Boy, we got nervous. about getting back to the ship on time due to the taxi line. The taxi line was insane. And that's why you need to have a reservation with the taxis there. Note, now, if you are not a highly skilled traveler, I'd suggest doing one or the other, making Canterbury your first stop. Then if you're staying overnight or plan to visit again, do take in Dover Castle, because I'm sure it's amazing. I have also added links to both amazing restaurants, and I highly suggest that you try them both, especially the Seafarer Fish and Chips restaurant. Thank you all for hopping across the pond with me. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in 2 weeks for another episode of Island Hopping with Marcus and Say it like you mean it. So until then, safe travel.